Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it, guys. So as you know, we have the F-20 added to the game in the last patch, right? Which is basically a buffed F-5, of course. It is at 12.0 and it is using the normal AIM-9Ls and Sparrows. So basically just a super F-5, right? But if needed in the future, it could take even better missiles in theory. Like I said, in theory, because it wasn't even properly tested, but the AIM-120 could be added, even the AIM-9M or something like that, right? Which basically would try to bring the F-20 to the 4th generation of performance in weapon systems, right? It would really bring it up in its performance on that size. We don't know if that's going to happen or not, but the thing is that it has a very high BR already, and I would see if he ever gets those type of thing, it will even get a higher BR, right? And remember, I mean, I doubt that we will see that. We will probably just remain as it is right now, but it is an aircraft that it's a rank 8, so everything is possible, to be honest. And remember, it's the first premium rank 8 aircraft. It makes people think or wonder if they're going to add more rank 8 premiums in the future, and they probably will, right? I mean, it would make sense. I mean, it just wouldn't make sense to add just one. So yeah, the F-20 is a pretty special aircraft, of course, and bending a little bit of the rules that they never said that they had, but they follow it, which is basically never add a top rank aircraft as a premium. But now we have the precedents of a rank 8 premium, right? Even if it's not in the top BR bracket, it is still a top rank aircraft, and it's a premium, which is something that, as I said, it opens a precedent, okay? But remember that Fox 3s are coming the next patch, which means that we'll probably see at least one BR increase from the current, like, top tier aircraft, you know, so trying to avoid a lower BR aircraft from suffering. This is probably what is going to happen. So aircraft like the SMT, the Gripens, the F-16C, etc., all aircraft that right now are the top tiers, that are in 12.7, could actually receive a new BR once these missiles are added, right? If that happens, we might see more advanced premium aircraft, and maybe even premiums with Fox 3s in higher BRs like 12.3 and onwards, right? And of course in rank 8. If that is the case, and the F-20 kind of feeling like is a step in that direction, maybe even for a future rank 9 in the future, I think we should take a look on some options. And I think the MiG-21-93 should come as the Soviet premium in that area. Yes, I know, Russia has a lot of premiums, and it's not going right for my case when I'm asking for another premium for Russia, right? I know, it's looking bad, right? It really is. But the thing is that it would be perfect, because a lot of people love this aircraft. Yes, the Soviet Tech tree has already 7 premiums between rank 6 and 7. And US, for example, has only quote-unquote 6, counting the rank 8 F-20, right? So yeah, they have a lot of premiums, and yeah, I'm not even counting some that might not even be there anymore, that I don't remember if there is any. But I still think that the MiG-21-93 should be added no matter what. Of course, I mean, it's a problem that I would love to see the F-20 as a Tech 3 vehicle, and of course the MiG-21-93 as well as a Tech 3 vehicle. But let's be honest with ourselves, right? These aircraft are going to be premiums. Or event vehicles. They're it would be really weird to see these aircraft in other, like in the normal Tech 3, just with the normal way that Gaijin does things, right? We should expect these aircraft to actually be a premium or event vehicle. And as I was saying, the MiG-21-93 should be that aircraft for rank 8 Soviets. You know, I might do other videos talking about other aircraft in other nations, but still. This is my opinion on the Soviet Union, right? But what is it? You know, I have a whole video about it, and I'm gonna put the card up for you guys to take a look. I did kind of a diving down video that I normally just talk about it in specific, the history a little bit, the performance, everything like that. But to sum it up, it is basically a modernization of the MiG-21 bis, which is the same line of thinking that the F-20 has over the F-5, right? It is in use with India right now as the MiG-21 UPG. But the thing is that I think the prototype could be the one added, with the Indian one maybe added for another country, I don't know. Maybe the UK, that would be funny. But yeah, you would have like some very, very interesting skins for it as the premium, as the prototype one. But yeah, it would be a normal MiG-21 bis, already produce it, but modernize it with a completely new cockpit, new HUD, new radar. The radar would be the Kopju, the radar that is in the Su-39, also a premium aircraft, by the way. A new canopy design for a better view of the six of the aircraft, HMS, and many other improvements like a new RWR, new countermeasure systems, and the main ones being the weapons, of course. It would be able to carry, obviously, the R-27s, the R and Ts. I don't know about the ERs, I don't think they could use the ERs and ETs, but I know that the Rs and Ts it could. The R-73, obviously, and the R-77. Yes, the R-77, and that's might be the problem, you know. The F-20 only in a mock-up used that missile, while the 93 actually used that missile, actually uses that missile, if I'm not mistaken. So it would be quite like a little bit of a problem, right? So yeah, there is some balancing there that we could have, right? But like the R-27 together with the R-73 with an HMS in a MiG-21, it would already be very interesting to fly. And yeah, for ground targets as well, the KH-31 anti-ship missile, TV-guided weapons like the CAB-500s, stuff like that, you know. So it would be as well a very big improvement in the air-to-ground role as well, right? The BR of it would depend on the weapon system. So if it is using only the R-27s and R-73s, it would be on the very least, of course, 12.0, but probably like a 12.3 or something like that. Remember, the performance of the aircraft itself is basically the same as the bis, so it's nothing too fancy, it's nothing that will break the game. But of course, the weapon systems, I mean, R-73s, I can only agree that they can be added if it's an aircraft like the Su-25 in the lower BRs, right? If not, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And the R-27s as well, I mean, it's a missile that, yeah, the 12.0s is the bare minimum BR because we have the MiG-29s there, right? So if it has only the R-27s and R-73s, it should be between 12.0 and 12.3. Because of the performance, maybe 12.0, because it would be really, really worse than a lot worse than the F-20 in performance and MiG-29s, but having 2 R-73s or 4 to actually use, it's not a lot of missiles and stuff. It would be kind of a balancing thing that would be needed to be thought about. But of course, if added with the R-77 together with other aircraft receiving that, it would need to be an even higher BR, 12.3, on the very least, 12.7, you know, maybe something between those two BRs, at least. Remember that I'm counting on some of the other aircraft to receive a new BR as well, to like 13.0 or something. So it would be mainly a difference on radar and weapons, and that difference would dictate the BR of these aircraft, right? So I know it's kind of a stretch. I know several people that would love this aircraft. I mean, you would literally put like a chef's kiss, like people say, into the fish bed, you know, like a final variant on one of the most legendary aircraft that ever existed. And although yes, it would be kind of problematic, I know, the BRs, the performance, the missiles, and another premium for the Soviet Union, which is like maybe they have too much. It is too cool of an aircraft to not be added. For me, it's like the MiG-25. It doesn't matter if it's bad or good or whatever, it just needs to be in game. It's too iconic. And the MiG-21-93 is a little bit too iconic, I think, because it is just what the MiG-21 would be like in the future, from like looking onwards if you were in 1972 looking at the piece, right? So it would be a cool thing. Together, maybe in the future, MiG-21, MiG-23-98, for example, other aircraft like this, modernizations of F-4s, of many aircraft can be added, but I think the 93 here would be the perfect solution, since they are opening precedents for rank 8 premiums, right? Hopefully if we get these aircraft, we get other premiums for their nations as well, but I don't know. I mean, I'm still kind of divided on the premium thing, because it's way too expensive in my opinion, but at the same time, it's amazing that they are adding these aircraft as well, so it depends on the person, I guess, right? It's problematic. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what do you think about the MiG-21-93 being added since the F-20 was added.